letting go is not the same as giving up. I need you to try to give some discernment between the two. I don't believe that they even overlap. I believe that letting go is actually allowing something to be done, allowing something to leave your life, allowing something to no longer be in your life. Letting go can be a healthy boundary. Giving up is possibly what I would look at it as is you were trying to attempt something and then you gave it up. You can give up letting go. So a lot of people try to let go of many things and they give up in the letting go of it. So let's get into what letting go means for you, and then also how it can absolutely impact your life. The power of letting go can change everything for you. It can change everything, not just for you in the future, but for right now. You can start practicing letting go right now. And I'm going to tell you 3 things that will happen once you start letting go and the function of it. So really, when people say, let go and let God, let go and let God, let go and let live, they might say as well. There's a lot of different ways of going about it. And my favorite thing that I've heard people say is, dude, just let it go. Just let it go. As we say, and it's been said on other channels, it is simple in nature. It is not easy to do. It is not easy at all. It takes consideration first. It takes curiosity about letting go before you even get to the letting go. And sometimes when we really get put into a pickle or put into a corner, letting go can be immediate. We can just say, okay, well, we're done with this. I'm not going to stick around and be treated like this anymore. And sometimes people stick around for the treatment a long time, but many other times we will be treated so disrespectfully and so to a magnitude that's so intense that it makes it easy to letting go, very easy to be like, okay, I guess I'm done here. And so I want you to understand at least the function and the context of it, how it works and how it can work in your life. And I'm sure that there's a moment that you've had throughout your life where you have it's been easy to let something go and say, oh, that's wild. And here's the crazy part. That version of you that found it easy to let go may not be the version of you later on. You may say, oh, I'll just pick up their call and we'll just reminisce over old times and gosh, man, maybe we don't have to see each other. And it opens the door and then it ends up, reconnecting, and then you are back to revisiting that past version of yourself and like, how the hell did I get here again? But that letting go it's funny like that. But let's first understand that when you let go of something, this is number 1, you are saying that you are no longer allowing this entity or this element or this person or this substance to determine your life. This thing will no longer determine your life. You can still have somebody in your life and let go. You can say, I let go of the idea that you or I are going to make each other happy. I let go of the idea that certain things need to be in place for us to be in connection with one another. Letting go is essentially saying, I'm no longer allowing these things to determine how I feel. I'm taking my own control over the situation, and that is just that. There's no other questions about it. And when you do that, what you do is you're taking the control back. And that is something that's very scary to people, because many times having control or having personal accountability and having control over our lives means that we have to take accountability and responsibility. So if something goes sideways, it can be terrifying to have to own up to it. That is part of life, though. That's part of being human. Everything you have is ownership of you. All of this is your making. We talked about this with forming reality. You seeing what's happening right now is simply your consciousness delayed. That's all that it is. Reality is a delayed form of consciousness. That's all it is. So take ownership any damn way of your life. Really start grasping with that, because once you start doing that, then you can really start to build and create some really cool things. The second thing is, and I got to read this from the laptop here. Letting go is also saying this has no place in your jurisdiction. I am giving away the idea of controlling this factor or element. If it stays, cool. If not, cool. It is a neutrality to the subject. So it's one, it's saying it's not going to determine your life anymore, but two, it's also saying that I'm letting go of control. I'm letting go of the idea that I could control this anyways. Like, I'm going to just, I'm letting go of the responsibility, or not the responsibility, but the idea that I could control this anyways. I have no control. Let go, let God, let go, let live, let go and you let live, or you let go and you go on. You know, like, you can add so many things to it, because once you let go, I feel like, I think of it like one of those bots in Star Wars. Where, you know, the protagonist is just like walking forward and the bot is like, the protagonist never says, I need you to just float upon my left shoulder in unison with me. No, it's like, dog, you're gonna come around and fine, kick it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna try to control it. They can only control themselves. So it's giving up the jurisdiction that you have any control over it in the first place, but also accepting that you can only control yourself. You can really only have autonomy and agency over what you do. You can really only take inventory of your thoughts. You can't read anybody else's mind. And you can't necessarily put stock into what somebody else cares about you, because that could change and you don't know exactly what it is. You know how you feel about yourself. You know who you are. You're giving up the idea that your identity is enmeshed with anything outside of you in the 3D or anywhere else outside of you. And you're saying your identity is your own. You can take control over that and move however you want with it. And that is so beautiful, because it's saying that you're in charge. You're in charge of this life. And the third thing is that once you let go, you leave space for the magic to happen. I cannot emphasize how effing cool this part is, because when you let go of the idea that the YouTube video has to be perfect and it can't have any ums or ahs or you open up the door to actually be a human in front of camera, be your authentic self, and just let it rip. You just go along, see what happens. Let's find out. You can't find out if you don't do it. You can't get after it if you don't get after it. And I know that sounds extremely redundant, but the point being is that when you let go of the idea, when you let go of the possibility of humiliation, when you let go of the relationship that no longer serves you, when you let go of a relationship that's possibly harming you, you open up, you leave space for the magic, that you leave space for something else to pour in. And that's you possibly pouring into yourself. Because when we have situations or other people or jobs that don't value us, we are essentially filling ourselves with substance that only tears us down. If a belief is not there to serve you, it is there to control you. And if you are only having the latter, you have no autonomy over your own life. You have to. If you are going to, when you let go, you will undoubtedly leave that space open for something else to pour in. This is what I wrote exactly. Letting something go is allowing something else to happen. It is leaving room for the magic to happen. So when I had to do this for this channel, I was like, I'm going to do a video a day, every single day for the year of 2020-25. And I fell short of that. You can look at the history here. It's not every day. So then I switched it and I said, I'm going to do 365 videos in 365 days and we'll see what happens. And that's an attainable goal. That's real. I can do that. Doing it every day didn't work out. That's all right. I make the rules. It's my channel. Do whatever I want. But when I let go of it, I opened up the room for this channel to be really anything that I go at any pace that I wanted to go at, as long as I have the longer game in mind that, well, we're really going to see what happens at the end. Maybe we're going to get 365, maybe we won't. But that's the point, is to get after it and leave a living archive for you and for other people and, you know, my family members and friends to look at, you know, as a memory of me in my life, and hopefully as a testament to how to live a life better or do better in life or live a full life. And I can't emphasize this third one enough, because when you leave space for the magic to happen, you let go of the how. Because a lot of us are like, well, how are we going to get there? Let go of that. Once you let go of that, universe, God, life, whatever you want to call it, will intercept, and it will take the wheel and go. And once you let go of the control of how you're going to get to your goal, you're going to get to it. I guarantee you're going to get to it. How you get there, it's not up to you. And it will surprise you in the best ways. How I got to the state swim meet, never could have predicted that. How I got to being a professional actor, never, ever could have predicted that. How I finished college, oh my goodness. One, I did not think it was going to happen, but two, it was my goal, and it ended up happening anyways. All that being said is, when you let go, you leave space for really, really, really cool stuff to happen. And that cool stuff is I just think that's so much fun. I'm a real big fan of that. Now, here's the story I'm going to leave you with, because we always end these with the story. I was speaking to somebody about their sobriety. I believe it was about their sobriety from alcohol. And they said engaging with the substance was essentially, they said engaging with the substance came with this idea of who they were supposed to be. And once they let go of the substance, this entirely new career opened up. Still in tandem with what they were doing at the time, but it let go of a lot of the notoriety, a lot of the ego. Instead of the ego controlling this person, they utilize the ego as a tool. I mean, we're always going to have ego. And I think people get it twisted. They're like, eliminate the ego. And it's like, well, it's going to be there. How can you utilize it as a tool or be more aware of it? And letting go of the substance allowed them to be more aware of their ego and what they wanted to do with their life. And it was beautiful, because they then garnered this career out of what they wanted to do. And the thing that happened was, they said, oh, that's just something I don't do anymore. It wasn't, oh, I am sober, or I don't, like all these things. It was just, it's just something I don't do anymore. That's it. It no longer determined their life. It no longer, it essentially had no place or jurisdiction in who they were or their identity, which was part of the job, the career that they had. And three, they allowed something else to happen entirely. This whole giant new career that they had, they allowed something entirely new to walk into it, and it ended up being something that they wanted, because the idea is that when we hold on to things that we believe are valuable, or they're devaluing us or destroying us, the thing that's happening is we're not allowing our highest selves to really exist. We're not allowing our best lives to appear. We're not allowing the magic to happen in any form whatsoever. If anything, we're destroying or squelching any possibility of the magic happening by letting this thing remain in our lives. And this comes in a lot of different ways, but this is just scratching the surface on letting something go. If you are considering letting something go, I would just take a list. I would just write some stuff down that you feel is not serving you at the moment. You don't got to do it right now, but it's just consider it. Consider it. That's the first thing. Just be curious about it. So I hope that you're able to get that started in some way, some fashion, some form, somehow. And I just reeled that off. But start considering that and see where it goes. Really see where it goes, because these three things, letting go, it essentially is saying that this thing no longer determines your life. Letting go is also gaining a neutrality by saying good with, good without. And then thirdly, you're leaving space for the magic to happen. So I hope you're able to experience all those things. Actually, I know you're going to experience all those things when you let go. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.